Hello and welcome to BFS Wargaming. So today I'm here to do some speculation and talk about Adeptus Custodes and what we may see for Psychic Awakening. Basically what I want to see, I'm going to wish list some stuff because I love my Custodes and I want to see them be how they should be. I think since like the Space Marines have come out, obviously Custodes now are a bit like Space Marines are better than a Custodian, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, a Custodian Guard is still T5, still 2 up save, 4 up in run. He's obviously better than an Intercessor, but he's like nearly 3, he might be 3 times as much. So he's basically 3 times as much, and his output isn't enough. He needs to shoot better. Because that's the thing, like, although he's durable, his output's not enough. He needs to hit better, he needs to shoot better. He needs something along the lines of Shock Assault, and he needs something along the lines of the Bolter Drill, because their fire output is so minimal. It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, the bikes are really good, the Hurricane Bolters. Obviously, they don't get the Bolter Drill either, so they don't get the max 12. And don't get me wrong, that could be disgusting in terms of their mobility. I mean, when you've got it on Terminators and Centurions, you're like, okay, fair enough. When you've got it on a bike that can move 14, I mean, the Custodes bike spam would probably be back in a big way. Although, having said that, you're moving 14 anyway, so you could probably get into 12-inch range. So maybe wouldn't have a massive effect, but in certain situations it certainly would. So what do I want to see? Well, we've already seen Alea and the other guy. I bought him and I can't remember his name. So from the Black Library book, I think it's the Regent Shadow. So the new Custodes character and the new Sisters of Silence character, the first Sisters of Silence character, and it sort of showed their rules, and they've come out, and there's going to be a Talons of the Emperor. So Sisters of Silence and Custodes are going to be able to work together on the board. Something I've wanted since the Codex come out, because I love the Sisters of Silence in terms of just the lore and everything about them. I love the Custodes. I've got like them painted up. Like, I love them. I want them to work together on the board, and I think that anti-psychic from the Sisters will be great. However, the 2 characters looked alright. They didn't look anything breathtaking. It was like he's a shield captain. She's quite cool. Like, yeah, okay, 180 points. Is it worth it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the sort of how the Talons of the Emperor is going to work. But what I would really like to see, the Sisters of Silence be troop choices for the Custodes to get us some more CP. Because CP is something we really struggle with, and I know we're meant to be an elite army, and I'm happy with that. But we're so expensive that, I mean, it's even like Grey Knights now. You know, the strike squads are cheaper. You can get like 2 battalions. You can get some CP, and their stratagems are really good, and it's what makes the army good and competitive. The Custodes just need a cheaper way to get some troops, and I think Sisters of Silence is the perfect answer for this. So when using with Talons of the Emperor, maybe they come troop choices, something like that. I just think this would be huge, and they're fantastic. Obviously the anti-psych, they die very, very easy. I'm not sure if something's going to come out in Psychic Awakening to make Sisters a little bit more durable. I don't know. They're very cool models. I love them. I'm just looking at them now. I'm like, I do love the models, the Sisters of Silence models, and I just want to see them be badass like they are in the lore, you know, because at the moment they're a bit like, they're dead. Like, yeah, okay, you come up against Thousand Suns and they're going to be handy or like, you know, that sort of Plague Bearer list with Thousand Suns psychers, because they've got no real shooting, so go on then, psych me. Oh, no, you can't, because you've got the Sisters out front. And it's not till you get the Plague Bearers in combat that you've really got to worry. But, however, that list now has a lot of, usually has some obliterators in it to like, as a bit of a shooting thing, because you use conceal on them with Alpha Legion and then they shoot out past the plague bearers, so they probably could be dead pretty quick. So yeah, it's something that definitely, I hope they do well, and I hope they get right, because I'd really like to see, I'd love to see some other units that aren't necessarily Forge World, some more GW units. I want to see the Custodian Guard get better. The bikes I think are really good. I'm not sure anything really needs to be done with the bikes. I think, you know, bikes are cool. The Land Raiders a bit like the Caladius Grav is just better in every way, really. So yeah, I'd like to see some more GW stuff rather than having to go to Forge World. You know, but obviously there's the Forge World stuff as well. Are they going to be bringing any rules in Psychic Awakening for the Forge World stuff? I want to see some new stratagems. You know, are we going to get some sort of transhuman physiology? Because, I mean, they're about as transhuman as you get, because they're more transhuman than Primaris or Space Marines. So I would have thought we'd get something like that to make them more durable, and that would be cool if you could use that on a unit of bikes. I mean, they're then suddenly very, very hard to get rid of. If you're playing, you got a unit of 6 or 9 bikes and you're playing putting transhuman on them, they're going to be tough to get rid of. So yeah, I think that could really, really help. I'd like to see some new relics, just some new flavour. Yeah, just some different things. Also, I'd like something for the Wardens to make them a little bit, I don't know. At the moment, it's just like, why bother taking them? Unless you want to put axes on them. But yeah, just need a little bit of love and some rules. Like, I'm obviously looking forward to some sort of doctrines. I'm not thinking we're going to get doctrines, but I'm thinking, you know, Grey Knights got their tides, Space Marines got their doctrines. If you like, Deathwatch have their special ammunition. I'm not expecting them to get much more other than new stratagems and stuff like that, because Deathwatch are actually really strong with special ammunition and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if they need like a doctrine as such, because they might become very, very OP. I'm going to say OP, but they'll become very, very good. So yeah, or maybe they'll give them something slightly different which just affects them in a different way. But yeah, so I mean, I'm fully expecting Custodes to get something really along those lines that's really good. I'm expecting them to be able to use sisters in there in some way. They're probably not going to be troops, but I would love it if they were. Let me know what you guys think. Like, what do you think should happen? I mean, I'm just a guy sitting here talking into a camera, like, just spitballing on what I'd like to see from the Custodes. I want to see them great again. I want to see, you know, they're the Emperor's finest. There is no better warrior in the Imperium than a Custodian Guard. Like, he's an absolute ledge, and I want his rules to back that up. I don't want him to have less shots than an intercessor, or I don't want him to have the same amount of attacks as an intercessor. You know, it's just like our normal Custodian Guard should be as good as a captain, within reason. You know, just, you know what I mean, just for the Imperium. I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about the Custodes and what I'd like to see for them. Let me know what you think, as I said. Stay lucky, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.